stain. So like a stain, like you got a stain on your shirt.
That was weirdo again.
Yeah, like I really love his look. Like the look they gave him. Obviously he needs to look evil and villainy and a little psychotic. I like that look they gave him. It looks perfect. But I guess I eventually wanted to meet Iida's brother a little bit more, at least introduce himself a little bit more. Now we're not gonna get that chance. Now he's dead, so now what? Like, that's so sad though. I bet Iida never expected that call, especially because he had called him earlier in the day, and now he's dead.
Yep.
So guys, this episode was really good. A little quick on the matches. I thought they would have been a little more slow. Like I thought maybe they would have spent this episode on Iida, you know, facing the poison girl, you know, and then maybe putting Bakugo, you know, against who did he fight?
Bakugo, what was that girl? The one
With
that
the
throws...
lava. So, okay, yeah, you know, I thought they would have at least maybe 2 fights, and then for this episode, the next episode, they would have done 2 fights. But no, they were going through them quick. We're already getting to the final. Next episode's the basically the finale, I guess you could say, of the tournament or sports festival. And who is it? Bakugo versus Todoroki. Kind of who we expected to see at the end, because they've always been, you know, some of the strongest in the I guess you can say their class. But either way, so this episode ended up picking up right at pretty much at the end of last episode. So Izuku, all hurt, damaged his body to the point of like it's not gonna be the same anymore. He has a crooked right hand. Another thing is All Might. Him explaining himself to Izuku, who felt really bad that, you know, he went all out. He didn't really listen to All Might by, you know, going out there and proving himself and being the best. He didn't do that, but to All Might he kind of did. He exceeded his expectations, and he broke some, I guess, some secret news that Izuku never knew, which was that All Might was pretty much exactly like Izuku, quirkless, until he got One for All, or his master ended up finding him and saw the potential in All Might, the way All Might is seeing in Izuku, and basically mentored All Might exactly how All Might is mentoring Izuku. You know, same exact path, you know, Izuku's following that All Might did, you know, or already went through.
I kind of did see maybe that coming, because that quirk, by the looks of it, if it can be given off to somebody else, then maybe it can just be given to anybody who doesn't necessarily have to have
and it has to have had multiple masters before, because we seen when Izuku, remember when he did his little when he was during the sports festival, and he had that, like, I don't know if it was like a vision or he was seeing those shadows of like previous One for All holders or whatever, you know.
So All Might, we knew All Might wasn't the only one.
No, we knew that, but I'm just saying that for the most part, Izuku's the same as All Might in the way of they didn't have a quirk before this. And you know, if they did have a quirk and they were given One for All, it'd just add on to their quirk that they already have. That's why he was saying that Todoroki would be probably untouchable or unbeatable if his quirk would have been given also to Todoroki, who already has fire and ice, and, you know, then give him One for All, imagine. But he probably just, like he said, he's seen something specific in Izuku, and Izuku's already exceeded his expectations, so he's happy with the choice that he made, even though, you know, Izuku didn't win this sports festival. He still, what did he say? He
still did his part in being a hero by kind of encouraging somebody else to do good or be the best. Yeah,
and that's what All Might was saying. That's what makes a hero. I guess then we can move on to Tokoyami's fight. You know, pretty much pushed out his opponent. Iida, same thing. He pushed out his opponent. So, you know, I kind of expected a little, maybe some more knockouts or maybe somebody getting immobilized, but it was just more of a pushing him out. But I'd do the same thing if that's all you really needed to do to win. So they did a perfect job. Iida, you know, obviously was going to use his speed, and Tokoyami was going to use his dark shadow, and it worked to their benefits. So Iida loses to Todoroki. We then move on to Bakugo, who ended up beating Tokoyami by basically using the light that comes out of his explosions. He didn't, I guess, at first know what Tokoyami's weakness was, but as he was, you know, going and fighting and you know, slowly figuring out that Tokoyami was probably getting weaker and weaker from maybe not even just getting hit, but from the visual effect of his explosions. You know, Bakugo put it together and you know was able to take down Tokoyami. Basically made him give up. You know, submit in a way. He just he had him at the edge to where Tokoyami couldn't even fight back, which just lets you know how much stronger Bakugo is getting and how he just doesn't always just have to go in physically. He also strategizes to a point, which is gonna make the last fight very good. You know, Todoroki versus Bakugo. You know, Bakugo's gonna go in there with trying to strategize at least to some extent, and you know Todoroki's gonna have to use his fire side against Bakugo. Who's gonna win? We're really gonna have to wait and see. That's what's gonna be super awesome though. You know, just finally getting to see this fight, you know, 1v1 and see how it turns out. So one thing I did forget to mention about Iida was that he called his brother before his fight, you know, to kind of, I guess, maybe get some encouragement or maybe get some wise words from his brother, who's already some commander of the police force or some type of like
he's a hero,
but he commands like a group of people. He's like a commander. Calls him, but he doesn't answer. Why? Because he's after this hero killer named Stain, who's obviously a hero killer. And what does he do? He kills his Iida's brother. I didn't get his name though, but he ends up killing his brother and then gets contacted by those villains, the guy with the multiple hands, and then that one that kind of looks like the Dark Shadow from Tokoyami, but it's more of a bigger version. You know, those two villain guys were, you know, contacted him about, you know, maybe joining their team. I'm assuming there at the end. Well, either way, going back to Iida, you know, he gets a call from his mom, thinking that his mom's, you know, trying to talk to him about, you know, how did they go in the sports festival? But no, it's to tell him that his brother was, you know, got caught by a villain and killed. So that's you know, that was a sad part here. You know, it kept it all, you know, going, action, smooth, fun, happy, until, you know, the end. It gives you that sad news, and then you see the scene of Iida's brother with all the blood. I thought more it was gonna be more of like him being hurt, but it was actually him being killed. So guys, very good episode. There was a lot in here. You know, just being able to run back through it and kind of talk about everything. It's easier to clarify and just, you know, get the points across. Like I said, super sad about Iida's brother. I'm sure they're gonna talk about it a little bit more in the next episode. Which is also going to be Bakugo and Todoroki's fight. So, you know, there's going to be lots of things to look forward to. Where, you know, like I've said before, we're getting closer to the end of this second season of My Hero Academia. So I'm sure all the good stuff's about to, you know, happen. And then we also got to wait for the villains to, you know, when are they actually going to come back and start attacking like they did in the last season? When's the guy whose name has like 3-4 names? When's he gonna come back out? They just keep showing him every other episode, looking at a screen, you know, at the sports festival, I think, or what's on the news. And yeah, so really waiting to see what's gonna happen now. And Izuku, is he gonna recover by the time he needs to, you know, to fight off any villains that end up coming towards him? And then I guess my one last question is Stain, the hero killer Stain. He seems very, like I said, I really like his aesthetic, I guess, the way they drew him. And the way he comes across, because, you know, he's supposed to be, I guess, psychotic and very, very intimidating, and he does come off that way. So really looking forward to see what his quirk is and kind of what his backstory is too. So either way, guys, till next time, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Bye.
Into the night, I raise my hand to the fire, but it's no use, 'cause you can't stop it from shining through. It's true, baby, let the light shine through. If you believe it's true, baby, won't you let the light shine through?